Another Korean revenge drama, Hierarchy, is here. The story begins with a man cursing a woman, calling her a slut, and rudely wiping off her lipstick. He claims it's for her own good, stating that shameless genes are easily inherited. The woman in question is the man's daughter. To prevent her from becoming like her mother, the father even inspects her bag for condoms. Despite his seemingly gentle and caring demeanor, adjusting her clothes, he harbors a sinister plan. This father is no ordinary person. He owns a renowned publicly traded company, and his dinner companions are all influential figures. However, his daughter secretly despises him and deliberately defies him, exposing her clothes before fearfully discarding them. She has experienced her father's cruelty firsthand. While it might seem harsh, the father believes his teenage daughter's bright red lipstick is inappropriate. Yet, he fails to realize that restricting teenagers only fuels their rebellion, ignoring the young man beside them who visibly swallows nervously. To disguise his embarrassment, the young man pretends to fiddle with a lollipop in his mouth. Noticing the girl's gaze, he becomes nervous but still initiates conversation. He introduces himself as a part-time pianist, clarifying he's not slacking off, just taking a 2-minute break before leaving. The young lady is indifferent to his work ethic, simply telling him to take off his clothes. "It's inconvenient for me to go out like this," he says awkwardly. Seeing her growing impatience, he quickly undresses. Unbeknownst to the young lady, this encounter will lead to his complete ruin. He takes the clothes expressionlessly and walks away without looking back, but deep down, he's overwhelmed with fear and helplessness. This young man is no pushover. His well-developed muscles hint at his capabilities. However, his father's strictness led him to commit a fatal error, forcing him to fake a 3-month trip to America to clear his head. Upon his return, he knows it's time for a change. His first act is to break up with his boyfriend, Leon, telling him he's tired of playing. Leon is bewildered, questioning his whereabouts for 3 months, his sudden silence and this inexplicable breakup. "Weren't we fine before?" Leon can't grasp the pain his girlfriend endured for him during that time. Don't underestimate Leon. The entire school, including the principal, treats him with deference. When his mother returns, over 100 household servants mobilize to greet her, and their home boasts countless Rolls-Royces. His mother appears to be a gentle, virtuous wife, but her son's indifferent expression reveals a lack of affection. Her words are full of inconsistencies. She doesn't even know her son graduates in a year until he reminds her. His mother then checks her schedule for her next appointment, a routine her son is accustomed to. Fortunately, the school his mother invested in gives him some sense of purpose. This isn't just any school. 99% of the students come from powerful families, with only 1% earning their spot through academic excellence. The young man we've been following is one of them. Students are differentiated by their ties, blue for scholarship students and crimson for those from influential backgrounds. Jiangsha, a scholarship student, initially tries to approach a rich second-generation student, but he's completely ignored by the wealthy elite. Despite this, Jiangsha remains unfazed. Seeing his amusing demeanor, a female classmate invites him to a party that night, feigning admiration for his talent. In reality, she just wants a clown for entertainment. What they don't know is that Jiangsha's presence at the school has a secret, ulterior motive. The woman wears skin-colored stockings daily, supposedly to captivate younger men. This fresh meat is no ordinary person. If she can control him, she'll have a constant source of wealth. This older woman is a teacher, and her furtive behavior, coupled with her and the young man leaving separately, clearly indicates a secret relationship. During a school trip, she overhears a colleague remarking on their fortune in staying at a 5-star hotel, all thanks to the rich students. The woman secretly revels in her newfound happiness, truly experiencing the benefits of associating with wealth. On the surface, she maintains a professional facade, instructing colleagues to keep an eye on the mischievous students. Just then, a student informs her the principal is looking for her. She immediately feigns an apology for excusing herself, secretly overjoyed. She suspects the young man is growing impatient. Her colleague, however, is curious why the principal would want to see Teacher Han so late at night. Hearing the young man's complaints about her not answering his calls, The older woman explains her phone died and she left it in her room. Then she leans in and asks if the principal really wanted to see him. The young man gives a sly smile. "How else could I get you out of here without an excuse?" Then the two move in sync. The older woman glances around to ensure no one is watching before following the young man to his room. As she reaches a crossroads, she spots two of her students. She can't help but wonder why this new scholarship student is with the school's beauty queen. In fact, they were doing more than just together. The first time he was invited to a party upon entering school, he knew he would be their target. They pretended to toast him as a sign of respect, but their true intention was to goad him into drinking. He knew these expensive wines were potent, but cornered, he had no choice but to down a glass. That single drink gave him the courage to do something no one else dared. While Jiang Xia was dizzy, the rich young men and women proposed a game of truth or dare. But Jiang Xia's gaze was fixed on the school beauty. This party, incidentally, was meant to help the school beauty and the rich second generation reunite. Meanwhile, during the truth or dare game, someone asks, "Is there anyone here you want to sleep with?" If you're confident, you can also kiss her for 3 minutes. Unexpectedly, Jiang Xia's target is clear. Everyone follows him immediately, and the school beauty's moment is quickly interrupted. Jiang Xia's fiery eyes show determination, seemingly directed at the rich second generation, Lian, even with veins bulging. Then a slight smirk appears on his lips, and he forcefully kisses the school beauty. Strangely, the school beauty, Kai Yi, cooperates. Lian is stunned. The next day at school, the two confront each other. With his girlfriend taken by this poor boy, Lian is furious. But no one knows that ever since entering the school, Kai Yi had been Jiang Xia's target, and he even wanted to punch her. He thought she would chase after Kai Yi to apologize, but Kai Yi tells him not to worry. Parties are just for opening up and having fun. In reality, Kai Yi was using him to deter the rich second generation. Unexpectedly, Jiang Xia thanks her. "Thank you for not pushing me away last night, so I'm very happy." Kai Yi is speechless, having never seen anyone so foolish. During a school trip, the two encounter a thunderstorm while shopping, and a helpful dog further deepens their connection. Water from the dog splashes on Kai Yi, and the smile that emerges is the first time Jiang Xia sees another side of her. The question of whether to smile or not also makes Kai Yi open up for the first time, revealing how wonderful it is to be the child of a wealthy family. Upon their return, he intended for the young man to dry his clothes in his room, but they are caught by a teacher. The teacher then tries to pry information from the young man about the new student's relationship with the school beauty. Unknowingly to the speaker, the listener's ears perk up. Upon learning that the boy had entered Kai Yi's room late at night, the big mouth can no longer contain himself. He immediately calls his friend, Lian, declaring this insult intolerable. Meanwhile, it's unclear if the atmosphere has reached its peak. The two suddenly lock eyes, and this feeling suggests something is about to happen. This man is not a good person. He has ulterior motives. Just then, he notices the bracelet on the young man's hand. His pupils instinctively dilate, and he realizes this person is problematic. At that moment, a group of people rushes in from outside. As students, they are caught red-handed by the principal. But Kai Yi shows no panic. In fact, she intended for her ex-boyfriend to see, but unexpectedly discovers that this young man's identity is unusual. Upon returning home, she investigates Jiang Xia's identity. Strangely, his enrollment information is flawless, but she becomes even more certain that something unusual is afoot. She still doesn't know that her carefully guarded daughter is no longer the pure girl she imagined. She's unaware that 3 months ago, her daughter went to America to have an abortion. She thought she had done everything perfectly, but her secret is discovered. Someone even sends out indecent photos of her and her boyfriend, Lian. If her father were to discover this, she wouldn't even know what hit her. Every time her father answers the phone, she sweats cold, knowing he would never allow her to get involved with men outside the home like her mother. If she chooses a man, it must be his choice. Knowing her daughter's hormones are surging, and to prevent her from repeating her mother's mistakes, the father carefully selects a suitor for her. Despite her daughter's protests about being too young, her father dismisses them, even warning her of dire consequences if she messes up. The daughter knows she's just a pawn in her father's business. Faced with his demand for an arranged marriage, she can only compromise. But she's surprised that her father agrees without even consulting her, and the other party proposes taking her abroad. She's unwilling, not because she lacks the right to choose, but because she keeps receiving threatening texts. Even if she goes abroad, she's determined to find out who is behind them. So she asks her friend Hera for help. Hera assures her that tracing the message's location is easy. But Kai Yi isn't overly grateful. Instead, she gently warns Hera, "You can't handle my ex-boyfriend. You're not on the same level. Lian is just playing with you. Don't reciprocate." These words, however, are misinterpreted by Hera, who thinks Kai Yi is implying she's not good enough for the rich second-generation Lian. After her ex-boyfriend saw her and the poor boy almost doing something indoors, Lian unleashed his fury on the basketball court, finally winning the championship. And when he sees his girlfriend present, he unexpectedly walks directly to his girlfriend's best friend, Hera, then abruptly embraces Hera and forcefully kisses her. Kai Yi isn't foolish. She understands her boyfriend is retaliating. But Hera, who has always had a crush on Lian, takes it seriously and even returns the kiss. Actually, this is for the best. He'll have more time to get to know this poor student. Don't let his calm demeanor fool you. He has already set his sights on his small fish bracelet. He pretends to ask Jiang Xia why he's wearing such a tacky bracelet. Only after learning that it was given to everyone in his orchestra does Kai Yi's heart settle. But he still feels something is wrong. Who knew Jiang Xia had only told half the truth? He thought he had done everything perfectly, unaware that his actions had long been observed by the class monitor. And so, during their secret communication, they really discovered an important secret. It's no wonder this guy could get close to Kai Yi as soon as he arrived, and even dared to go against the rich second generation. But he doesn't know what "curiosity killed the cat" means. And no one knows that this seemingly docile cat is no innocent creature.